Hey, it's Alexa. Come spend a few days in LA with me. I started my weekend by heading over to Malibu. I went through the Pacific Palisades, and this area was affected by the fires last year. It's being rebuilt, which is so nice to see. When I got to Malibu, it was still pretty foggy. I feel like by the beach, it's always a little bit more foggy until mid to late afternoon, but even with all the fog, it's still such a beautiful area. I spent a little bit of time on the pier and just grabbed a coffee from Malibu Farm before heading over to the Malibu Country Mart, which is a really nice shopping area. The parking here on the weekends is quite terrible, to be honest. So I ended up walking from the Malibu Pier over to the Malibu Country Mart. In Malibu, I came to grab some lunch because it was 75 degrees and sunny, but everywhere was so crowded, which is to be expected on a Saturday in Malibu. But the lines were so bad, I just gave up, and I'm just going to go back to my area and have lunch there. When I got home, I just spent the rest of the night with Leo, as I do most nights, and just watched movies and had a very cozy night in. On Sunday morning, I headed over to Skims. They were doing a collab with Community Goods, which is a coffee shop here in LA I've showed before, and I will also be showing in this video as well. They were doing merch with them, so I grabbed a tote bag. Later that afternoon, I headed over to Santa Monica with one of my girlfriends to one of my favorite restaurants called Elefante. It has beautiful views of the beach, the ocean, and the food here is phenomenal. Their whipped eggplant is one of my favorite things. It sounds a little strange, but trust me, it is so good. I just stopped at Air One on my morning walk, and I got this pancake again. After breakfast, I went over to Beverly Hills to meet up with one of my friends to look at this estate sale. I love going to estate sales. I've found such unique pieces, and I love being a little nosy and looking at people's houses, especially in Beverly Hills. After we did a very spontaneous trip to the Beverly Hills Hotel and just grabbed a coffee and had some light bites, this truly is one of my favorite places in all of LA. And since we were close by, we headed over to Rodeo Drive, where there's always something going on. I love people watching here. I stopped by the new Sporty and Rich store on Melrose before heading over to the farmer's market. I come almost every Sunday to get my favorite tangerine juice. After I went over to Beverly Hills to film something for a brand and stopped to get an Air One smoothie. I spent the rest of the afternoon at one of my favorite places, The Grove. We grabbed some burgers and stopped by La La Land for a coffee. I love coffee, I love trying new coffee shops, and I also love pastries. This new coffee shop opened fairly recently, so I decided to give it a try. I got a vanilla latte and also a almond croissant, and the almond croissant may have been one of the best I've ever had, and it had such a cute patio area. The staff was so friendly. I will definitely be back. I ordered from Real Actives, which is Alex Earl's new skincare line, and I'm so excited to try it. I just got the serum and the moisturizer because unfortunately everything else had already sold out. A new store just opened on Melrose called Ami Leon Dore, and they have a cafe attached that I wanted to stop by, but the line was so long, so I walked over to Community Goods to just grab a matcha. I just went to Community Goods. I brought Leo with me, and it's my first time trying their matcha that's iced. I've gotten the hot matchas before, and they're okay, but this is the matcha ice spinner latte. It's the matcha version of the coffee that I normally get, and I do really like it. I think I prefer the coffee, but this is a pretty good matcha from someone that doesn't normally love matcha. I started my morning off at Community Goods. The line here has gotten out of control. I went at around 7:15 on a Monday, and it took about 45 minutes to get my coffee and my breakfast sliders, and it never used to be like that. Thank you for spending a week in LA with me. I'll see you in the next video.